What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and in this video we'll be talking about Alice, my neighbor Alice. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, you guys. Alice might be the only coin that has seen lower lows since 2022 that I actually might consider buying. And there's a couple of reasons why, but the primary reason is that I think that the gaming sector in the crypto markets is unbelievably underwhelming. It's undervalued, right? All these unwords, unbelievably underwhelming, undervalued. It is tremendously underpriced, and I think that we have a lot of growth to go in the gaming sector in itself. Alice, my neighbor Alice, the more that I've looked into it, is pretty interesting. It is pretty interesting, and the market cap here is at about a $43 million market cap. The volume is pretty immense. You know, it's pretty crazy volume that typically is manipulated, but good manipulation's okay, I guess. We're looking at the total supply versus the circulating supply, and to my knowledge, a lot of coins for Alice over this time have been allocated. So there's been token unlocks and stuff like that that's been coming out, and I think that's been hurting the price. Because if we look at the price, but then we look at the market cap's actually been pretty stagnant. It's been very still. It's almost as if you're in an accumulative zone since 2022. You see? It's like since November of 2022, you've just been moving sideways, really. And really what you just did was a double bottom in September off of this, right? You're actually moving higher. It's crazy that you're moving higher right now in the market cap valuation, but we look at the price, and at that same time, well, I guess actually you have moved higher as well. But in that same time, instead of finding stagnation, we've been moving down, right? Lower lows and lower highs throughout this whole time. So I think now that there's no more token unlocks, at least to my knowledge, there are not any more token unlocks. That should allow the price to gain some strength. Okay, that should allow the price to gain some strength. They do have, it's a game, and I mean, you can go here. They got their little map. The graphics are all right. I think that the game is interesting as well. Rewards will be happening soon, and maybe that's whenever the token will really start to go off. But it's definitely an interesting thing. I'm considering playing myself. I haven't played any of it yet, but I'm definitely considering playing. I think crypto gaming is very interesting, and I'm definitely curious about it myself. But let's get into the TA. Let's actually talk about this right now. Give some analysis on this. Here we are at about 45.7 cents. For a long time, people have been asking about this. They've been asking me to do analysis on this, and I've written it off and be like, no, this thing sucks. You don't want to invest in this. It just sucks, right? But now that we've actually given it a little bit more of a little bit more acknowledgement, now that we've actually looked into what it is, I really do think that Alice will see new all-time highs. I think here at 4, it might be the only coin that has a chart that looks like this since March of 2022. It might be the only coin that I actually think has the capabilities of seeing a new all-time high. And if the gaming sector takes off in crypto, which I think it will this cycle, right? Think about it like this, guys. It's always the least expected thing that happens, right? The most expected things tend to either happen, but they're underwhelming, or they don't happen. The least expected thing, or at least the least talked about thing in the crypto markets right now, is gaming. A lot of people talk about AI. DeFi is a big topic. Any kind of financial, anything like that, right? Meme coins are a big topic. Even NFTs are a bit of a topic here and there. But nobody talks about gaming. Nobody really talks about gaming. And that makes me think that projects like this, as long as they're building, and it's still building, they're still doing work. It's still here. Even after all this turmoil, it's still here. And the market cap really is just kind of staying stagnant at this $43 million level. $43 million, $45 million, by the way, it's a low enough level where if you see a 100x, it's a $4.5 billion market cap. $4.5 billion in the height of the bull market, that's really not that much. You can see double, triple, quadruple that. This thing has crazy potential. What if it went to a $45 billion market cap by the end of the cycle? That's 1,000x potential right there, you guys. This genuinely 1,000x potential. There'd be a $450 price. Crazy stuff. $4 or 45 cents right now. 45 cents right now. If we're looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, a lot of volume came in on this move. That's nice to see, right? Not a lot of volume on the dump, right? Not a whole lot of volume on the dump. A lot of volume on the pump. Cleared out. A lot of volume here on the pump. You're back to these levels here. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, RSI is very productive. Stochastics are productive, and the MACD as well is productive. Good. All good looks. 4 hour time frame here. The RSI is just now getting into the overbought zone. Typically, when you get overbought, you see continuation. You don't stop there. A lot of people think in their heads, oh, we're overbought. That means that it's time to sell. Not always. Not always is that a good idea. Imagine you sold here whenever it got overbought. Okay, momentarily you felt smart, but then boom, then there's more to come, right? And maybe right here, maybe boom, maybe momentarily it is a good idea, but there will probably be more to come, if not more immediately to come. Stochastics look good, and the RSI or the MACD looks like it wants to cross above the zero either today or tomorrow. I think that'd be a positive outlook as well, and that should send you to new relative highs. Daily time frame here, we're zooming out a little bit more. Very positive look on the RSI, getting overbought, not getting oversold, bouncing off the 40 level. We love to see it. Stochastics bouncing right off the oversold zone, and the MACD is about to cross the zero as well. Something fierce is brewing for this thing, you guys. Something very fierce is brewing for Alice. And I think what we're about to see for the first time in its history, really, is that we're going to provide a low that is actually something to sustain itself off of. We might actually start seeing some higher highs that also last more than just a couple weeks or a couple months. With that being said, looking at the daily indicators here. Come on. Oh, we already looked at the daily indicators. I'm sorry. Looking at the weekly indicators. The RSI is shaping up, right? We're not getting oversold anymore. It's the first time being above the 50 since December of last year, okay? You're seeing movements that are larger than anything you've seen this year to the upside and that are sustainable. We'll see. The MACD is also shaping up as well, and it looks like we're on our way to cross above the zero here, which would be a very positive thing. Anytime that we've crossed above the zero for Alice, let's just go back to these times that we have. That's resulted in a good move. The next week was up 27% right here when we crossed up above the zero. Overall, a very positive move. And in the later weeks that transpired after that, you actually did rally even harder. You rallied pretty well from about $1 to a $2.60 price. Whenever we crossed above the zero here, we were already in the process of a move up that was from about 90 cents all the way up to $1.80, right? So massive movements, right? 100% movements there from the low to the high. I don't know if this low is one to gauge from, but I would think here we probably do run for about an 84 cent to a 90, let's say a dollar, 85 to a dollar, 85 cents to a dollar area. That's probably where you're going to go. That'd be my guess. And probably even higher than that, right? We're getting set up for something different. So I think that anybody who's aware of Alice at this point, they're probably aware that something different's going on. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we had a massive week. You guys, I'm talking about like 100%, multi 100% week. It could be this week. I mean, we're up 52% already this week, but where we see something that is like 227% up overall, 500% up overall, crazy, crazy crypto pump like moves, right? Something that takes us back to this zone here, whether it's at the low points here at about, let's just say right there, at about 80 cents. Maybe it's at the high points here. Let's just go right here at about $1.20. Something in that zone though. That's where I think we're going to go. We're going to test that, consolidate there, and then probably rally. Maybe we back test prior resistance here for support, and then we rally. But I do think that we're going to rally, and we're going to see new all-time highs. When it comes to moving higher, we take the high here. I don't want to take this low, but we're going to take this low. We'll see if it's valid. I don't know if I like that low. I don't know if I like that low. Let's do this low. It's just so it's hard to say because is this a scam wick or is it not? Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. I'm gonna put it somewhere in between. I'm gonna put it at this low, okay? And in which case, I would think that ultimately we see a $5.45 price, $12 price as our first kind of extended target area, consolidate whatever going into the end of the year, and then or into the beginning of 2026 even, and then in 2026 we should be reaching for higher targets again. As crazy as it sounds, guys, I think that we could see a $60 Alice or more by the end of the cycle. That's about 100x from here, right? 47 cents right now, going up to about $60. It's a little bit more than 100x, isn't it? I suppose it's like 130x. Yeah, 130x right there. About 130x. We could see more than that. You could see 134. You could see crazy growth, you guys. I don't know, but we're definitely at a low point here. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. It's really hard in moments like this because you've got such a volatile coin that over the test of time is just proven to be a dud, and we have reasons to believe that it's going to rally now. It's up 54% right now this week, and the crazy thing is it's like it's still at a good price to buy. Just relative to its overall existence, it's still at a really cheap price to buy. That's my daughter, if you guys heard her. She's okay. She's just, I think, yelling at the TV because they're probably singing. When she sings, she yells. 47, but she's like 3 years old. 47 cents right now. We've moved up a little bit just in the time of this video, haven't we? So we were at like 44 cents. Now we're at 47 cents. No, we weren't at 44. I thought we were. Anyways, definitely curious to see what happens. It's hard for me to say. That's what I was saying. I was getting caught up with my daughter there. It's hard for me to say that it's a good time to buy here because we're up so much. Maybe wait and see. But at the same time, like this thing could just continue. I wouldn't be surprised. So, not a financial advisor, not financial advice, but it never hurts to DCA. Buy a little here, buy a little there, buy a lot more there, whatever. Buy a little here, buy a little there. Pumps without you. You've got some tokens allocated to make some money off of. You can FOMO in at the top right here if you want, and then continues to grow. I don't know. Do what you want to do, but I do expect Alice to do some phenomenal things. It's one that I have on my radar, one that I am looking to buy. And if it pulls back, I'll definitely be getting in myself. But I got nothing else to say. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one, okay? Take care of yourselves. Bye.